All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me for this week ahead tarot reading using the Mystical Medleys tarot deck. So let's go ahead and let's get started. So we start the week off with Sunday. Sunday, we have the Three of Wands. We're going into this week with some options. Messages are coming through, communication is happening, and we have some choices that will need to be made. We're making progress and getting recognition now as we embark on this next chapter of our lives. This is a time where we are looking forward to the future and focusing on leaving the past behind so we can move on. This could be a bit of an emotional time for some of us. Now, Monday, we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. And so, unfortunately, while Sunday's card is about moving on and looking ahead, we're seeing that with this card in reverse, that there's really an unwillingness or a fear to move on. With this card, although a change needs to happen and will happen regardless, we're still unable to walk away from something deeply troubling to us. Perhaps it's a person or a situation in which we are karmically tied, or perhaps we have emotionally tethered ourselves to this. Now, Tuesday, we come into Tuesday with the Eight of Swords. So, with this, there's still a fear of moving on and releasing from whatever the situation is that we're in. Here we have not only a feeling of not being able to escape, but we may feel abandoned on our own and without anyone to support us. This is somehow a safe sort of feeling though, because here we get a sense of the only person that I've ever been able to depend on is myself anyway. This may be something that blinds us to the people and situations that are actually beneficial to us though. So we may be doing some self-sabotaging here and not even realize that we're doing it. And now coming into Wednesday with the Nine of Swords. So with this card, as it carries through for Monday and Tuesday, we see how detrimental sword energy can be. We have a lot of anxiety, worries, doubts, feelings of being helpless, a lot of guilt, a lot of shame. Basically with this card, anything and everything that can be driven through us and cause us grief and pain, we're driving it through ourselves. We may even be the ones creating our own conflict, like shown in the previous cards. But not only do we not realize it, we could be blaming others for not coming to our aid when we need them the most, but not realizing that we push people away from us. Okay, and now into Thursday. Thursday, we're coming into Thursday with the Two of Pentacles. It looks like we really want to get balanced out here. We really want to figure things out. Some of us may be letting things go and fall where they may, realizing that we have to go with the flow. And sometimes that flow isn't something that we can control. We just have to learn to work with it forever. It's really an infinite just go with the flow and not making everything into a personal attack or a fight. This is where we have to ground ourselves and get on some sort of solid foundation and realize that it's all circles and cycles. Sometimes we're on the upswing and sometimes we aren't. That message that we were waiting for when we kicked our week off with Sunday's card may be coming in loud and clear now and be more tangible to us, whereas before it seemed distant. Okay, now we're going to come into Friday with the Knight of Pentacles. I happen to really like this particular card because of the artist interpretation and using a scythe, much like you'd expect to see on my favorite card, the Death card, which represents necessary changes and transitions that have to happen in our lives and are destined to, whether or not we want them to. So the Knight of Pentacles is about having to really put in the work to make things happen, but we have to be patient. It's not something that just happens because we want it to happen. We have to nurture and cultivate the life that we want for ourselves. Friday's card may very well be the light switch going on after Thursday, and taking a look back at even earlier in the week and making a plan for how to proceed. Okay, and now we are up to Saturday. All right, so Saturday we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. With this Queen of Swords in reverse, we have someone, or heck, that someone may even be us, it may be ourselves, who are just mean and angry or super defensive and feeling like they're always under attack from every angle and that their lives are full of drama. This may be someone who cuts people off the minute they feel crossed or the minute they feel the person doesn't serve them anymore. This may be someone who can turn on people quite quickly and no matter what, justify that to themselves. Ending this week with this card, this looks to be impatience, pessimism, and something that has escalated through the week. While this week starts off with some choices coming our way that we have been waiting for, it looks like they may not be the choices we expected or that we wanted. So instead of going with the flow and trying to work with what we have, we end the week with some really prickly feelings. This week has a lot of emotional and mental energy in it. And the two bodies, when you think about it, our emotional and mental bodies really do have a strong connection to each other. The warning of these cards is not to let our emotional bodies run through us and affect our mental bodies to the point where we're saying things like, I am so stressed, it's making me sick. This week is going to require give and take and compromise, as well as being able to check ourselves when we feel like we're getting reactive and angry. Remember, the sword cuts both ways. We can use it to clear a new path for ourselves, or we can use it to cut our own limbs off. However we wield that sword lies on us. So thank you again for joining me for this reading. And if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, please feel free to like and subscribe and to follow. And as always, love, light, and blessings to you and yours from me and mine.